Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For this week's video, I'm going to show you what I packed for lunch this week for graduate school. I'm going to share with you the recipes that I made and how I packed everything up. So let's get started. I started by prepping Sunday night, and I made my juice of the week with beets, carrots, lime, and some oats, as well as a little bit of brown sugar. And right now I'm starting with squeezing my lime into my blender. I'm going to add my carrots, my beets, my oats, and some water to blend it all up. I'm adding my tablespoon of brown sugar and blending it up once more, and I'm pouring this into my mason jars. These are 5 mason jars, one for each day of the week, and I think that beets is my absolute favorite juice. It's so good. On Monday, I'm toasting up some bagels, and this is the everything seasoning bagel, and I'm gonna slice up some cucumbers and cut them up because I'm gonna make a smoked salmon bagel sandwich. And I'm beginning by layering some cream cheese on my bagel, and this is a good amount of cream cheese. I'm gonna place my cucumbers down, and I'm gonna add some smoked salmon. And I got this at Aldi, but you can find it at any store in your deli section. I'm gonna put like 3 pieces of that on there, and to top it off I'm gonna do some balsamic reduction, and this just adds a really nice sweet flavor to it. And that is it for my sandwich. Super easy to make. I'm putting this in my lunchbox, and I'm gonna separate the top and bottom just to make it fit. I'm doing some pita chips on the side in my second lunchbox compartment, and I'm also gonna have some cherries. I'm gonna use this creamy garlic and herb dip that I got at Aldi to dip my pita bread chips, and that is it for Monday's lunch. I'm packing everything up. And I'm just gonna have this with the juice I had made. On Tuesday, I am making some Pillsbury croissant rolls, and this is just like the cheap version of it. It's not the same brand, but I'm laying these out in a non-stick sprayed pan, and I'm laying down some turkey, just chopping this up with some scissors, and I'm gonna add some Mexican blended cheese on top, and I'm just gonna roll these up so it could be like stuffed croissants with ham and cheese. Next, I'm gonna sprinkle some bagel everything seasoning on top just to add a little extra flavor. And I'm gonna bake these in the oven until they smell and look like they're ready. While these are cooking, I'm just peeling 2 mandarins. I'm gonna have these on the side with my lunch. Now to assemble my lunchbox, I'm putting in my mandarin in one compartment. I'm also doing some pita, garlic, and chives on the side. And my croissant rolls are done. I took them out of the oven, and I'm just gonna assemble them. And I think about 4 or 5 of these fit, which was a good serving for me. I was full after I ate this lunch. I'm stacking everything together per usual. And I'm gonna have this with my beet and carrot juice, as well as some water that I take every day, and a little bit of ketchup in this container. And I made sure to wrap this container because I did not trust it. I thought it was gonna spill all over, so I wanted to avoid messes. That same night, I came back home from school and I decided to make some pumpkin overnight oats. Here I have some pumpkin puree, vanilla extract, ground cinnamon, pumpkin spice, oatmeal, oat milk, some salt, and brown sugar. And I'm beginning by putting down like 2 to 3 tablespoons of the pumpkin, and this is just leftover pumpkin I had in the fridge. Now I'm putting down my oats, and I'm gonna add my pumpkin spice seasoning as well as some cinnamon. And the pumpkin spice I got on Amazon, I couldn't find it in stores, but since it's like pumpkin season now, you'll probably be able to find it. I'm also doing some vanilla extract, some brown sugar, a pinch of salt, and submerging my oats in the oat milk. I'm giving this a good mix until everything is blended. Then I'm just gonna give it a taste test to see if anything is missing. I decided to add a little bit more oats, and then I stored these in the fridge overnight to eat them the next day. On Wednesday, I decided to make a salad, and this is a Caesar kit. It's already made for me, so I poured in my sauce, and I just mix this together. I've gotten Caesar salads before, and I really like them, which is why I bought this one, but this salad was booty. Like, it was not good at all, and I hadn't noticed that it actually said light, so it's like a diet Caesar, and it didn't taste like Caesar to me. Like, it was just, it was a no. So I ended up not eating it, but I did eat the cherries and the mandarin that I put on the side, and the croutons, and I had my oatmeal, and I was still pretty full, so it wasn't that bad. Thursday, I decided to make some chili, and I'm using ground chicken instead of beef. For my ingredients, I use some oregano, some black pepper, garlic powder, adobo, cumin, some chopped tomatoes with green peppers inside, my beans from the freezer that I softened myself, some Dominican sazon from my fridge, and tomato sauce. I also did use some beef broth and my fresh veggies that I chopped up. These are red peppers, green onions, and red onions. Now I'm pouring in my oil along with my meat, and I'm just gonna break this up and let it cook a little bit before seasoning. I'm gonna season with garlic powder, oregano, black pepper, cumin, adobo, and mix this all together. Now I'm gonna add my Dominican sazon, around 2 tablespoons of this, and I'm gonna add my chopped tomatoes, and these tomatoes actually have like green chilies on them, which gave it a good flavor. I'm just gonna pour in all of my fresh veggies, and lastly I'm gonna add my frozen beans and mix this all together. Before adding a lid to my chili and leaving it alone, I tasted it to see if it needed any adjustments. It did. I added a little bit more cumin and some beef broth and a little bit of adobo for salt, and then I mix it together and I let it sit here for like an hour and a half, and I let it cook. And after that, this is how my chili looked. It got a little bit thicker, some of the liquids evaporated, and I was happy with the texture. I also was steaming some rice on the side, and when it was time to pack, I put out 3 containers so that I could like store it in the fridge and eat it for dinner as well as lunch tomorrow. And this is how everything turned out, and it was delicious. I really enjoyed this meal. On Friday, I decided to have breakfast for lunch, and I cracked 7 eggs. I added a little bit of salt and some pepper. I also added some evaporated milk for creaminess, and I stirred this all together. This was one of the days that I had lunch at my house and not at school, because on Fridays I just want to go home. I poured down some olive oil, and I added some chopped green peppers and red peppers as well as some red onions, and this is just a stash that I keep in the fridge. I decided to use it all up. I just love a lot of peppers on my eggs. So I softened these vegetables and I added some vinegar. I honestly don't know why I added vinegar. to my vegetables. My mom just taught me, and I never stop, and I don't know the reason, so I just keep going. Now I'm pouring over my eggs, and I'm just lightly folding it on top of each other. And I'm gonna use some corn tortillas, and I'm just warming these up. And after that, I'm gonna warm up another 3, so 6 in total. And I'm not gonna eat these like tacos. I'm gonna chop them up and then incorporate it into my eggs and mix it all together. And apparently, I thought I had invented something, because the other day my tortillas were all like breaking apart, and I'm like, I can't eat these because they're gonna fall apart. So I'm like, why don't I just chop it up and put it inside? Oh my god, I'm a genius, I just invented something. But no, I did not. This is called migas. I think I googled it because I realized how main character of me it sounded, that I thought I invented something. But no, it's a thing. It was just my first time trying it. And after this, I never went back. Like, I make this so much. It's just so good. Because I made a lot, I'm gonna bring out all my Tupperware. And I'm just gonna pack it in. This is actually very good to microwave. It tastes just like the day before. And now I'm gonna set up my lunch. Even though I'm gonna eat it at the house, I assembled it in my lunchbox because I just like my lunchbox. I decided to have it with a side of cherries, and I added some ketchup. And if you're not a ketchup lover, this might look like a lot of ketchup, but it's the perfect amount, trust me. I'm gonna go ahead and stack my little lunchbox, and this is gonna be the end of my lunchbox video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it a lot. If you guys did like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next one.